Hey y'all, and welcome to Down Home Dirt, the show where we dive deep into the journey of entrepreneurship with those who took the plunge and the ups and downs that come with it. And today we're at the Green Monkey Gifts and Local Bar.
Sounds good.
And we are here with Rusty, and we came out today because I met you on TikTok, and I was really excited about what you're doing, and I think that you're hilarious. So I feel like we needed to have some more comedy on our show.
Cool.
So thank you for letting us film right here locally at the Green Monkey.
Thank you. If I mess up, will it be edited out? Yeah. Can you take a picture of me doing this?
Yeah.
That's my phone. 785-312 if it comes up.
Perfect, and I will edit all that out.
Okay.
All right. So let's start off by telling me where you grew up and how long have you lived in the Triangle?
Well, I grew up in Wilson, North Carolina, and that's about 30 miles east of here, 30 minutes east of here. And I've been in the Triangle area since 1987. I met Drew in 1989. And we've been together ever since. And in 2000, I started a small online shop on eBay. And that is technically the very, very beginnings of the Green Monkey, even though it wasn't called the Green Monkey at the time.
You want to tell us how you came up with that name? Because I think it's interesting.
Everybody asked that question. We have a page on our website dedicated to that. But I'll give you a condensed version. But it's basically, it was between the purple squirrel or the green monkey. I knew I wanted it to be a animal because that business I told you about that I started in 2000 was named Music Max. And well, we got out of the music business and started doing gifts and pride and everything. And so I decided that if I had to pivot again, I wouldn't have to change everything.
Ooh.
And so I wanted a name with the animal in it. And the reason I came up with monkey is because this is one of my favorite parts of the story, is almost every summer as a kid, we would go see my cousins in Birmingham, Alabama. And they would take us to the zoo because in Wilson we didn't have a zoo. I don't even think the Asheboro Zoo, the North Carolina Zoo, was even a thing back then because I'm old. And it was, me and my mom would just stay around at the monkeys. It was anything, apes, orangutans, chimps, gorillas, anything. We just thought they were so funny and lifelike and would entertain you. Well, my dad and my sister, they would get a little ticket and just walk on without us. So it was kind of that memory that I came up with the animal monkey, and then the green monkey. I said, why not? And so we asked people which one was better, and they said the green monkey rolled off your tongue better, and it does. Mm-hmm. And I was working in a print shop at the time, and the owner of the print shop was a designer, and she said, Rusty, if you go to Green Monkey, I have an idea for a logo. And the logo we use now is the logo she made up for us. I loved it from day one, and she actually drew the monkey. So it is not clip art. That is our monkey. And if you notice, she incorporated my favorite color, purple, for the word green in our logo.
And it looks really good.
Yeah.
I love those two colors together. I did pink and white because I was trying to look more housekeeping, feminine, stuff like that. And I was like, clean. I was like, white seems clean. But when I went to the podcast, black and white, I love it.
Yes,
so,
yes.
And I tried not to do red because, clearly red is my favorite color.
Red is my mom's favorite color. It's one of my favorite colors. But purple beats red. But we already had a couple of red monkeys in town, so I had to go with something that was a little different. And because I really didn't care for green. But I just thought green monkeys.
It does sound really good. I love that name.
So, yeah.
So tell us about your business. What do you do here?
Okay. Well, the main thing we do here is to create a safe space for you to be you. We want folks to come in and know that this is a safe space. no matter how you identify, no matter what religion you are or non-religion you are, no matter your skin color, your gender, or non-gender. We just wanted a space that a safe space for you to be you, and we wanted a place where you could feel like you could hang out. And so that's why we put the shopping and the bar concept together. And 12 years ago, when we started in October of 2013, you didn't see this concept a lot. You do see it a little bit more now, because it's a great concept. But it's still, a lot of people come in and go, what is this place? And I just tell them, let it be anything you want it to be. What does it mean to you?
I love that. There needs to be more of that. I agree.
Yeah, I think so.
I'm based out of Johnson County, and we're getting there.
We are. Clayton has made some great strides, I think.
Oh.
Me and Drew, we live in Clayton. And we have never felt unsafe there to be who we are. And now, when you go down to Selma and past I-95, I always tell folks, until you get to the Outer Banks again, you're kind of on your own.
It's very country.
It is rural area there. And I used to make fun of Wilson, but I can't anymore. Well, I still do at some of my shows. But, they've had a Pride for 3 years now.
I don't know that.
And they have been sponsored by local churches. And
That's
they've
amazing.
been downtown. So my little hometown is diversifying and embracing diversity, and so I'm proud of them.
That's great. No, I love that. I've seen a lot more Pride things going on in Clayton now, especially downtown, and I'm loving it because, if we're being honest, I'm not from here, so I like to see lots of different things. Plus, my mother used to tell me this, that variety is the spice of life.
Yes, it is.
And so I've always thought that, and so when I came here, I was like, white, cool, and like now I'm like, oh look, there's different people. It's so exciting.
Yes.
And let me just tell you the food difference, because I grew up in Sarasota, which is a really big city, and we have lots of different opportunities for lots of different things. And I moved here and I was like, I like biscuits now.
Oh, of course. You gotta like biscuits if you're from the South.
Yeah, well, like I said, down there we got like the English muffins and the toast, right?
Okay.
No biscuits.
Oh, even in Florida?
Well, I haven't been home in 10 years, but when I was growing up, biscuits weren't a thing.
Really?
And so when I moved here, my ex-mother-in-law taught me how to make cat head biscuits. Oh my God, they're so good. They're like 3 ingredients.
Is it the flour, milk, and the butter?
Yep.
That's how I make mine.
Yeah, she's from Swananoa, so she's been there her whole life.
Okay.
And her family too. So like she was showing me all kinds of stuff. She even made bacon gravy instead of sausage gravy.
Oh, that's interesting.
And I was like, that is not good as a sausage, but.
Yeah, but my grandma made some of the best, on my mom's side, made some of the best biscuits. And she passed down the recipe to my sister, and my sister does a really good copycat grandma biscuit recipe.
See, that's good. I love that. See, I don't have family traditions like that, so that's fabulous. So what was your ready moment that made you like jump into entrepreneurship and want to do this?
Okay. My answer for today is insanity, obviously. But back then, I just didn't feel like there was a place for this, and I thought the idea was good, and I thought the concept was good, and after 12 years, obviously it is. Mm-hmm. And, that pesky old little C word, COVID, tried to put kinks in everybody's plan. But we are surviving. And just like a lot of our downtown Raleigh businesses, we're surviving. But we're looking for the future to start thriving. And nice people like you coming down to Raleigh and helping small businesses get the word out about their businesses is one of the paths that we love to take to help us get to thriving. So Thank you for doing this for small businesses.
Well, thank you for supporting the podcast. It's one of those things that I felt like as an entrepreneur, I was kind of like alone, and I didn't want to feel that way anymore. So I was going to like networking meetings and I was connecting with people, but at the same time, I have lupus, so I don't oh, I can't always make those networking meetings.
Right.
So I wanted to still connect with people, and then I had the idea of a podcast, and I was like, what better than to show the small businesses that literally build the areas we live in?
Yep.
Because it's not
Yep.
Walmart that's over here.
Correct. And, we're building community. And I have different communities here, so that's my passion is building a community where people can be themselves. Because growing up in a small rural town like Wilson, we did not have the Pride festivals. We did not have the safe spaces. And so I want to make sure our generations after us, generations before us, have a space where that they can truly be themselves.
And I appreciate that because, like I said, I grew up in Sarasota, and I grew up around the art school and
Right.
the weird, and I feel like that gave me such a different outlook on life, just being able to be around people that could be as weird as they wanted, and that was okay.
Right, and that's they can. That's a great thing, to be yourself, even if it doesn't look like your neighbor. You're not supposed to.
No.
You're supposed to be true to yourself, and just be kind.
Another ism my mother used to tell me all the time was, be yourself because everyone else is already taken.
Right, absolutely.
And I was like, oh, okay, thanks, Mom.
Absolutely, and we're all about that.
And I love that. It's great. So tell me about your support system. Like, who's your biggest supporter, and how has having that support helped you to practice success daily?
Okay, I've got two big supporters. Drew, my husband. He's upstairs now. He owns this with me. This was not a passion project for him, but he knew it was a passion project for me, and he has thrown himself into it. And he's been full time now since 18, I think, or 17. And so we work together. We're together 24/7. And so many people had bets out in the beginning. They're not going to make it. They're not going to make it. We made it. We're still thriving. Not saying that sometimes we don't tell each other to F off. That's the key to marriage. If you need the key to marriage, telling each other to F off every now and again, it's a good thing. But I know he always has my back. And he knows the same about me. And my other biggest supporter is my mom. She is still in Wilson. And what I tell people is, it's really funny because I come from a very religious family. So we don't see eye to eye a lot. But my mom always tells me, she says, Rusty, I am praying for those people to come in and drink more.
That's so sweet.
So I think it's funny telling people to go, asking God to make people come in and get drunk. But hey, whatever works.
You know what? We'll take the support we can get it.
I thank my mom every day for that, and she's also the one that told me I could do whatever I wanted to do. I got her stubbornness, and because Drew will tell you, once I set my mind to something, it's going to happen. It may not happen the way you thought it would happen, and it may sometimes doesn't even happen the way I think it was going to happen, but it's going to happen.
See, I'm very determined myself. I feel you.
Excuse me.
We'll edit that out. I just learned how to do that. I'm so excited.
Good.
So how do you measure success?
I was looking at that question. My measurement of success has changed over the years. I used to think when I was younger, even when I started the business 12 years ago, I thought success was making lots of money. But that's not necessarily true to me now. What I measure success with, because money ebbs and flows, it comes and goes. How I measure my success is how many people that come in and say, Rusty, I appreciate the space you have created. Thank you. I've been looking for a space like this. I needed a place where I felt like I belonged. That to me, when our monkey fans come in and tell me that, I consider that as our successes.
I love that you said that, because the goal of business is profit, but when you think about success, that's not necessarily the goal.
Correct.
And so I love that. I talk to a lot of entrepreneurs who feel the same way. One of them told me, that their measurement of success is how at peace they feel at night. Can they sleep at night?
Correct.
And I'm like, wow, things I've never thought of, which is why I did this podcast, because I wanted to learn more.
Yes.
About people.
And I'm not trying to say that I don't want to make a profit. By all means, I need to make a profit. I need to get paid, just like you need to get paid. Everybody needs to get paid. But I'm not looking, that's not the number one reason that I'm doing this. The number one reason I'm doing this is to make people, like I just said, feel like they belong, because so many times in my younger self, I did not feel like I belonged, and I felt isolated. And self-isolation now is at epidemic proportions. That's really sad when we have all this supposedly technology that's supposed to connect us. And the pandemic years back escalated that issue, and people got into some really bad habits of self-isolating. And so I don't want anyone to be out there alone and feel like they have no place to belong. I felt like that several times in my life, and I don't like that feeling. I'm happy to say I don't feel that way anymore, and I hope I can help others not feel that too.
That's amazing. So it's a place you can come and you can make friends. You come alone, but you leave with like 10 friends.
Absolutely. We always tell people, we put it in some of our posts, put it in some of our signs, that a friend that you haven't met yet is waiting for you.
Ooh, I like that.
Yeah. Somebody told me that. Somebody said, Rusty, that's how I see the monkey. And and I asked, can I use that? Because I'm not that smart. And, but I'm smart enough to ask questions. I'm smart enough to surround my people that are smart.
Exactly. And that's what I've noticed, like being an entrepreneur. It's like, I don't want to be the smartest person in the room, because I feel like that's not serving me or others.
Correct.
So that's great. So where do you see yourself in the future? What are your future plans?
Our future plans are continuing the growth here in downtown Raleigh. I love downtown Raleigh. I think downtown Raleigh has a lot to offer. I think we've had a few missteps, but we're getting back on track. We're the heartbeat of the city, and I want to see the heartbeat of Raleigh just be strong and powerful and be a downtown area that people of Raleigh and surrounding areas can be proud of. I want us to be full of small businesses, and so my goal here is to grow the monkey, but also help those small businesses that may not have the loudest voice, because I am a big mouth. And I've pinned myself as the big mouth of downtown Raleigh, because I want to give the smaller, the other small businesses that are afraid to speak up, because 12 years ago when I started, I didn't think I had anything to say at the table, so I didn't come to the table, and that was wrong. And so I want to make sure that I can be a voice for others that may not feel they have a voice, and help them become their voice. And I think having a safe space for you to be you, everyone needs one.
I agree.
And so that is the goal here, to keep the doors open, keep people coming in. And I am not trying to be a nonprofit. I am not a guru. I'm nothing. I'm just a guy that's passionate about people having a safe space for them to be you, for them to be them. Sorry, messed that up. And give people voices that may not feel they have one, because everyone does. And it's just so much crap in the world today. It's not. It's just like we're fighting battles. And so if somebody needs a hug, let's come on in and have a seat. And yes, I want people to shop here. Yes, I want people to have a drink here, and we offer everything. But at the end of the day, I want people are going to remember how we made them feel.
I was just going to say that.
That's my goal. I hope you leave the Monkey a little happier than when you came in.
And I love that because personally, I don't have family here. I don't have, a strong connection with my family. So basically, I feel kind of alone.
Right. Okay.
And so this would be a great place for me to come and not feel that way, and to also feel like I have a voice, because sometimes I feel like I have a lot to say, but nobody wants to hear it.
Correct. And who cares?
Right. So,
say it. If you think, because you never know who needs to hear what. You don't know what I need to hear, just like I don't know what you need to hear. And so just say what's in your heart. And somebody out there, typically, if you're coming from a part of gratitude and kindness, I don't believe your voice can be harmful to others. Now, if you're coming from a dark place and you're coming to be mean and disrespectful, yes, your voice is going to hurt people. So you need to, I hope people can see the difference and understand that coming from a place of gratitude, kindness, and respect, don't hold back.
I appreciate that. I'm going to cry. I might need to do that today.
Well, if you start crying, I'm going to start crying, because that's how we do it in the South.
Okay, I don't want to ruin my makeup. All right. So moving forward, how would you like to see your company grow? I know we've kind of covered a little bit of that, but I know that
I would love to see the company grow, just so that we are in a place where we're thriving, and that means paying the bills. And Drew and I able to get a regular paycheck that we can just live. I'm not looking to buy a yacht. I'm not looking to buy a mansion. I want to, know that in my when we retire, that we can carry on this legacy. Someone else can carry on the legacy of the Green Monkey. I don't want it to stop when I stop. I'm hoping someone else will take it over. And so I want to build a business that is scalable and that is profitable. So another entrepreneur may not have to go through what we went through. They can buy a package that's thriving, and so that's where I see our company going. I will probably be working until I'm old. I can see me working until I'm in the 70s, because I enjoy it. But I may not want to be here every day.
Yeah.
I may want to take a day off. Right now we don't get that many. And I love it, though. This is where I get my energy from. And so, did that answer your question?
It did.
Okay, good.
No, because leaving a legacy, I think, is a lot of people who become an entrepreneur. I think that's part of it. It's not, yes, it's a way to make ends meet, but there's more to it, because you've built something with your own, blood, sweat, and tears.
Correct.
And you want to see that perpetuate. I'm with you. So with my business, my daughter became my business partner at the age of 14, and she has seen every single aspect of having to run the business. And instead of working for someone else, she has never done that her whole life. She decided to do our videography. She said, you know what, I can't work for anyone else, because I have this passion, I have this dream, this is what I want to do. So here we are today.
Go, girl.
And I fully support her, obviously, in any adventure she wants to take. So that's really great that you want to do that as well. I just feel like it's a spiritual thing that we have,
I think so.
So what advice was most impactful to help you make the leap into entrepreneurship?
Stay genuine to yourself and understand why you started it, and just stay true to that belief.
I agree with that, because I noticed, just a personal thing that happened to me. I was putting on a show, essentially, of like who I thought I wanted to be and who I thought I was trying to attract customer-wise, and then I found myself very miserable, and I was attracting the wrong kind of people, and it was just not working out for me. And then I just went through this whole thing where I got older and decided I don't care anymore. This is who I am.
Absolutely, absolutely, and that sometimes we have to reach that point where we think it's our true self to do stuff for others, but no, you finally reach that point where you go, okay, I don't care what people, what they think of me is none of my business. And so, I am true to myself. I know why I started this business and what I want this business to be. And that was what someone told me in the very beginning. Stay true to yourself. Every book I've read, because if you come across fake, you're going to fail. And one other advice that was given to me that I would give to any entrepreneur that is just starting out, and you're second guessing yourself. Ask yourself this question: if you do it and you fail, so what?
I feel like failure is the door to success. And I tell people that all the time.
Look at Dolly. Dolly has failed so many times. She says she learns from every one.
Exactly.
And, so it's okay to fail as long as we learn from it.
100%.
And that can be so hard.
It can be, or admitting that you are failing and realizing that you have to pivot and do something different. That is probably, I think, the hardest thing as human beings in general, that we're like, I was wrong, and that sucks.
Absolutely.
So 100%. So who's your biggest inspiration? Now I've got to ask.
Oh, okay. I'm just going to say Dolly Parton. She has been an inspiration to me for years. It started out with Loretta. She was a big inspiration for me. My mom's a big inspiration for me because she only has an 8th grade education, and she started her own little cleaning business. And one day I saw her doing time cards, and I was so proud because she could figure out how to get people paid, how to do the payroll. And so I said, if she can do that, I have a 2-year degree in accounting. Obviously, I can run a business. I can start one too. So my mom. But Dolly is inspiration. She's just such a big inspiration. And I've always tried to read autobiographies of people that I thought were successful and that they did it the right way, not the step on people way.
Yes.
That they were grateful, that they gave along the way, because sometimes so many of our entrepreneurs and business people, in my opinion, they don't care who they step on the way up, and so I don't like that.
I don't either, and that's like my whole thing. And
you don't have to do that.
It's not necessary, and that's why I never look at. Sounds like they're doing a lot of moving up there. That's why I never look at like anybody in my field as competition, because I look at us like we're all in the same class essentially.
Absolutely.
And we just do different things.
And there's enough to go around. I do believe that. I believe there's enough to go around, and if you can just niche out your niche and just be different than everybody else. And again, that's where your passion comes from. That's where my passion comes from. How can I be different? What is a need out there that I see that's not being met? And so many retail shops are so cold, unfriendly. They don't even talk to you until you get up to the checkout, and they say, "Did you find everything?" And I want to say, well, not with any help from you, But one thing that we speak to everybody that comes in here, and they get we make them an official monkey fan by giving them their button.
Aww.
And so before you buy anything or not, and so we got to give you two your buttons today. We didn't do that because we were so rushed. We got here late today, and so it's. So I have a rule when I'm out on vacation or out of the shops. If someone speaks to me when I walk through the door, if they say, "Hi, welcome to such and such," I have to buy something. It may be something small, but I have to buy something. If you don't speak to me, I don't buy.
And I love that because I feel like corporations kind of dehumanize the experience, and you're bringing it like it's important to you. You're a person. I know you're going to tell people how I made you feel and all the awesome things that were here. And I love that. See, I get goosebumps just thinking about it. I just love it. So I think I found my people just by starting this podcast. I've noticed that a lot of people I've reached out to and that we've recorded with, I'm like, man, we have a lot in common. This is great. So I'm taking the mask off. This is who I am. I'm loud. I'm proud. It's fine. So
Yeah.
I just like to be me. So let's switch gears a little bit and let's talk about your main marketing strategy.
My main marketing strategies is engaging people through social media, events. We're very event heavy here. And so I would say my marketing strategy is engaging with your customers, know who your customers are, know what they want, and know what they need, and let them know that you can fix it. Any pain points that they have, let them know that you can fix it. But the main thing is social media, I believe, is the new television.
Yes.
And so everybody is there. You have to embrace sometimes different platforms, but you don't have to be on every platform if your customer is not there. Your customer needs to be where you need to be, where your customer is. If your customer is on Etsy, you need to be on Etsy. If your customer is on Pinterest, you need to be on Pinterest. If your customer is on Facebook, you need to be on Facebook. A lot of our customers is the 35 and up crowd. You're going to find more of them on Facebook.
Oh yes, I've noticed that.
And you're going to find some on Instagram. But then you're going to find a different crowd if you see your people on TikTok. You said that's how you found us. Mm-hmm. Because we've just started using that platform. It's a new platform. It's a rising platform. And so we just had to go where our people are. And I was raised in the era of MTV where you had music videos and all that.
Same.
And so being in front of a camera and being in front of a video, doing a video live or just recording myself, I'm a big ham. I've done theater, and so it doesn't bother me at all. And so my goal is to entertain while, marketing to the Monkey fans and meeting them where they are.
You had a really funny video that I saw, and you said that you were, I think it was gay owned but straight friendly.
Yes.
And that made me die laughing. I was like, yes, finally, like people understand,
Absolutely, because I got tired of everybody being gay friendly, and I'm going, well, then why the hell can't we be straight friendly?
Yes.
And so that's what we did.
I love that. I think it's great. It obviously grabbed my attention. I was like,
Mm-hmm.
okay, I have to know more about these people because this is freaking amazing. So I go on and I was like, oh, okay. Like it's a whole environment meant to feel comfortable, feel
Mm-hmm.
safe. And I love that you said that you were, straight friendly because every place is straight friendly. And I'm quoting because it's like,
Right.
it's weird.
Right.
I think it's weird to say gay friendly.
Right.
Pet friendly, I get that. But yeah, you're absolutely correct.
Yeah.
So tell us about Small Business Saturday.
Well, Small Business Saturday is a big day for us. We throw out all the stops. And so the day after, Small Business Saturday is the Saturday after Thanksgiving. And we do giveaways all day long. We do goodie bags. We have drink specials, and it's just the day that we want to show appreciation to the Monkey fans for supporting us all year long.
And that's the day after Thanksgiving, you
It's
said?
the Saturday after
Saturday,
Thanksgiving.
sorry.
Then we do Black Friday,
Okay.
which is the Friday after Thanksgiving, of course, and that's when we have the gift shop has our biggest sale of the year, and it is buy one item, get one item 70% off.
That's a big deal.
Yeah.
I love that. So
Yeah.
I know where I shop all the time. That's why I don't understand the whole shop to this day. I'm like, I do it all the time.
Yeah.
I have a serious problem. It's fine. My credit card companies love me.
Yeah, we just love that one weekend is we just like to show our appreciation. and gratitude for the Monkey fans for supporting us all year long, so supporting small all year long. And so so it's really it's a great day. So we hope to see you. We'll have expanded hours, I'm sure. And just so y'all know, when we're filming this, we haven't gotten all the plans ironed out yet, but it's going to be a fun day. So do follow us on TikTok, Facebook, and Instagram. That's where we'll put all the details, and go to our website and at greenmonkeyraleigh.com and join our email list.
Well, I'm super excited. I went to your website, and that's how I kind of learned about your backstory a little bit, and I was like, man, this is phenomenal. I love this. Yeah. So you want to leave the guests with any awesome tips or tricks to being an entrepreneur?
Just do it, but you got to have the right reasons. If you're getting into it just for the profit, I think you'll fail. You 100%. Have to get into it with something you're passionate about. You have to be able to, okay, put it this way. I'm going to share a story with a very successful restaurant owner that I admire a lot, because he came from nothing. He was poor, rural, and one thing he told me, he said, Rusty, in college, I was working part-time while my friends were out partying and saved my money. And Dolly wrote a song called The Sacrifice about she had to give up family outings, vacations, and even family events, because to make it work, you have to make sacrifices. But when you're passionate about it and having a great time, it's not it doesn't feel like a sacrifice. Your family and friends probably do feel that way, but it's your livelihood. And so, and you will get to a point where if you sacrifice up front, you'll have to make less sacrifices in the future, but you'll always, I believe, we always will have to make hard decisions. And, you know, I wish I could say it got easier. It doesn't get easier. It gets more fun.
Yes. And I always preach on this podcast that, you know, people always buy why you do something, not what you're doing. So make sure that you have your why at the forefront of everything.
Absolutely. And that's what I was talking about. Know why. Never forget why you started this. And if you start it for money,
exactly.
That's not, I think you're setting yourself up for failure. Because I don't know if that can always get us through, because the money doesn't come quick.
Yes, and that's something that we struggle with as entrepreneurs. One day we could make all the money we need, and then the next day we could make nothing, or 3 weeks it's nothing. And it's a stress that a lot of people can't handle. And
right.
You know, I don't want people to jump into entrepreneurship thinking, oh, money, and then I'm going to be fine. It's, yeah, just because I own a business doesn't mean that I have riches. It means that, you know, I'm still struggling.
Correct.
And I have these things that I struggle with financially, emotionally, mentally, everything.
I don't know of any small businesses that is making hand over fist money. And I think sometimes the public may think that just because we're business owners, we are loaded.
Yeah.
That is the furthest thing from the truth. So much further. We are working day to day just like they are in their 9-to-5 jobs. The only thing is we're working 12 hours, 14 hours, 6 to 7 days a week. So know that, guys, that I'm going to speak into the camera with that one. You know, if you're watching this and you think entrepreneurs, small businesses are making hand over fist, probably not. They probably invested all their retirement into their passion project. And so, you know, I hope the small businesses that you support show their gratitude to you. And I'm hoping that no Monkey fan feels that we haven't shown our gratitude. My job here is to show gratitude for you, because y'all are helping me fulfill my dream of having a safe space for you to be you.
I love that. Can we talk real quick about your council meeting that you're going to?
Yes, we'll be happy to. I hope when this airs that we'll have a good report. But the Red Hat Amphitheater downtown is at risk of being shut down and taken out of downtown or just lost. Today we're standing up for it. It has to be moved one block. And I'm hoping that with today's meeting, we will know sometime in middle of September the fate, what they vote on it. But really what I'm hoping for and shooting for is a city council unanimous yes to keep it open, which will show small businesses, downtown businesses, and the citizens of Raleigh that they believe in downtown Raleigh. And that will help us become the vibrant, thriving downtown that Raleigh deserves.
Absolutely. I have seen several concerts at the Red Hat, and I loved it. It was amazing. The sound, the accessibility, everything. So I hope that everything goes really well and we get to keep it, because that would be a really good venue, especially because I feel like the only other venues are way out each side. Okay, so I'm not crazy on that.
It's one of the things, it's one of the very bright spots we have in downtown right now. So I have to do what I can to keep it here.
Well, thank you very much. I appreciate you sharing your story and sharing that. I'm going to go on Facebook and I'll share more. But join us next week for another amazing episode of Down Home Dirt.